In 1997, my wife and I bought an old farmhouse right outside of Westchester. And from the time we signed the agreement that we were going to buy it until we made settlement, I went to Chester County Historical Society and did some research on the house. And it turned out the house had been continuously owned by Quaker families from 1732 up until the 1980s. Another interesting thing about the house, though, during a period in the 1800s, it was a home for nervous patients, meaning the family, it was basically a home for the criminally insane run by this Quaker family. So that set us a little on edge about this house we bought and we were moving into. So in July, we made settlement on the house. My mother-in-law was going to watch our two boys so we could get all settled in. We finished up settlement, we get over to the house, the movers are there, it's 3 moving men, and we start unloading stuff. And, you know, we're getting everything situated. About 2/3 the way through, it's later in the afternoon by that point. My brother and my sister-in-law come over, and they come with their 22-month-old daughter. Erin, a beautiful little girl with black hair, big round face, blue eyes, kind of looks like Coraline, the little cartoon character. And so we're busy kind of showing Bill and Eileen around and telling the movers where to put boxes. And all of a sudden, we can't find Erin. And, you know, at first, it's like, you know, anytime you a missing kid, you know, it's like, all right, let's just, you know, walk around. My brother goes and looks in the backyard. I decide I'm going to go in and look inside. We've been on the front porch. And so I go in, and we're calling out, Erin, Erin, where's Erin? So I go upstairs, check the second floor, I check the attic, and I don't see her. We come down, they're still calling, and, you know, 5-10 minutes has passed, and we're starting to get a little, you know, frantic. The more time, you know, every minute seems like an hour when you're missing a kid. So I go, the mover says to me, you know, do you want us to help you? And because all around was like fields where they were building new homes, and, you know, she could have gotten in somewhere. So I'm like, sure, that'd be great. So the 3 moving men, and who knows who these guys are? You know, they could be thugs and, you know, predators themselves or something. And, you know, but they go out looking, and, you know, so everybody's spanned out through the neighborhood, and I go in through the house again. And you know, I start thinking, like, this is a brand new house this is an old house that, you know, I've only been here for, you know, 3 hours, and I'm looking in every cubby hole I can, trying to figure this out, calling Erin, and I get up to the attic in the 3rd floor, and I'm looking out the window, and I can see westward, and I can see these guys, my brother and some of the movers, combing through, like, you know, it's a crime scene looking for a dead body, and behind them in the sky, I can see a storm is moving in, and big black clouds are moving and hurling in, the big, you know, summer thunderstorm, and, you know, it really kind of sets me on edge. So, you know, I go back down, decide to check in the basement, and down the basement underneath where the boiler room is, you know, it kind of looks like that room from Blair Witch Project at the very end, you know? And, you know, I'm still calling out, Erin. So I go outside, and by this time, Erin's mom is panicked, and rightfully so, and she's on the phone with the cops, and, you know, she doesn't know our address, and she's trying to get the cops there, and we're all really panicked. So I decide to run through the house again. I'm looking through, and every little crevice and, you know, every little cabinet and stuff now just looks so scary, eerie, like Amityville Horror, like I'm gonna see blood coming out of the walls. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, we just bought this house, laid out all our money, and it's just swallowed up my niece whole. And I said, you know, I'm not even going to be able to sleep here tonight. I'm like, you know, we're either going to find a body or we're never going to find a body. And, you know, all the worst thoughts are there. Like, you know, I'm not even going to be able to, not only am I not going to be able to sleep in the house tonight, but I'm not going to be able to sell this house after what's happened here today, you know? And so I finally go back down, and the police are there, and the police have just pulled up when all of a sudden I hear my wife say, you know, and she says it with a cry, like she's starting to cry, relieved. You know, she goes, I found her, and we go down, and there's a spot in our living room where there's like a door, it's kind of like a side door with an inside and an outside, and there's a gap like this big, and Erin was hiding down in there. And when my brother comes in and says to her, you know, and says, Erin, Erin, and we're all like crying with relief because it was like 25 minutes of just panic. And my brother says, Erin, what were you doing there? And she goes, I was playing hide and seek. So that's it. Thank you. All righty.